Thank you for tuning into my channel where you find all about art journals, mixed media, assemblage, collage and anything else that sparks my interest. Hi, my name is Grob and I'm glad you are here. Hey all, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. So today's video is about how I go about my art journals. I do like make journals, sometimes with a specific reason in mind and sometimes just for the sake of making a journal. Now I do have a lot of leftover cut-off papers in various qualities. I do have a lot of fabric still and I do have this like one of those handmade artisan papers. So I thought I'm gonna use this fabric and the handmade paper for a book cover, and I'm gonna add those different quality of papers, and I'm gonna use this backing from a watercolor paper as the cover. I'm gonna encase it with this paper and with this fabric. That's what I want to say. I have already cut myself the fabric and the paper. I made a template out of a really heavy cardboard, and now I'm gonna go to do the same size with this what's gonna be actually in the sandwich of this paper and the fabric, and it's gonna end up as the cover. So I'm gonna do that off camera. Okay, I have my book cover, and the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pre-fold it so that when the fabric and the handmade paper is glued on, it has already an idea where it has to go. Something like that. Okay. Now, to glue those things together, I'm gonna use the heavy gel matte. I just want to make sure that it really stays. If I can open it. Yeah, here we go. And I make sure that I have the glue really at the edge of the cover, of the middle part of the cover. I really want it to stick together. That's why I'm working on a paper, so when I'm done I just can fold it together and have a clean surface again. And I do use a matte medium. It's just, if you're working with art journals, it's recommended that you use matte, so it is less sticky. Gloss mediums have a tendency to stick when they are like page to page. And I try to line it up the best I can, which I didn't do at all. Okay, let's try again. Gonna cut back that a little bit. Seems I have cut the red paper a little bit longer. Oh well. Now the fabric has like two sides, and I think I go for this. I'm not folding edges over or something like that. I actually hope that there is some sort of fraying going on with over time with the fabric. I actually could start fraying a little bit. Just thinking about the fraying. I like the frayed edges for this project. Not always, but sometimes. I do have a slightly wide gap here, but I don't think I can stretch the paper like I can stretch the fabric. Okay, I'm gonna do something about it when I'm ready. Now this has to dry completely because I want to stitch along the spine. So I let that dry aside a little bit and gonna work on my papers. As I said, I want to use up those leftover pieces, and the cover is now roughly 5 3/4 by 11.5, so I'm gonna make them slightly smaller, but they still don't gonna be all the same length. So they have to be at least, or the maximum they can be is like 11.5, and the width like 5 3/4. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And I like to use my paper cutter. It's just, I make sure they are not longer than this, like 11.5 seems to be a good thing. Let's check on that. Yeah, it should be 11.5, the maximum, and that's anyway that. What about you? That's too wide, that has to become a little bit smaller. 11.5, and yeah, something like that. I do eyeball it. There's not the goal that I have them all the same length. Well, let's see if my machine likes it or not. I'm not sure. And I'm gonna take the widest stitch I can because it's pretty tough, this thingy here. So let's hope for the best. But what I also want to do, I want to go along those edges just to have something going on here. I actually should have done that before I added the papers, but hey, I'm not sure how well it holds up, but if worse come to worse, I still can add, and actually I think I'm still gonna add some pamphlet stitch here just to be on the safe side. So I'm just gonna eyeball it, one in the middle. And it is tough, and one about an inch from the upper and the lower end. Through the fabric is really tough, but we're getting there, maybe, and about an inch. So I need about twice the length of, or the height of the booklet, and something to work comfortably. And I'm gonna start in the middle and going up or down, doesn't matter. I'm leaving a little bit here, about 2 inches or something like that. Going up to the top and come back in again in the middle. Try not to hit the waxed linen, and I make sure that I'm on the other side of this thread. So this is on the left side, so I make sure that I'm, now I lost my hole, that I'm on the right side with this thread. Pull it somewhat tight 1, 2 is certainly enough with boxed linen, and voila! From some leftovers I have a new art journal. Again. So in the previous part you did see how I made the journal, and I actually wanted to show you how I made this page, but hey, operator's error, I didn't put on the camera in some parts, so let's jump to the second page. I do wonder how far I can get with just a limited palette. Like, I do have pink, which I like to mix in with the fluorescent. I do have white and black in acrylic paints and in markers and pencils, and I do have a turquoise. Let's see what I can come up with. I'm thinking more of an abstract page, maybe some flowery things. We'll see. First I'm gonna mix some shades. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. So that's a light magenta from the Dina Wakley series. But I even gonna lighten it up more. That's a Titan white. And as I said, I'm gonna mix in some fluorescent. And I should have taken a palette knife instead of my brush. Would have been better for the brush. Okay, I'm gonna grab a palette knife. Much better and much quicker actually. Okay, that's the first color. Now I also want to play a little bit with the teal. And I'm gonna add a little bit black to it. This time I'm gonna grab the palette knife right from the beginning. I only add a tiny bit to the turquoise. But I also gonna use them as single color, except this one, because it is an old paint and it is very dried out. So I'm gonna add a little bit of, it's really dried out, of the fluorescent. Now I'm gonna do first sort like swatches, sort like I did here. And then I'm gonna add the leftovers over here. And now I think I'm even gonna add some, where is my white? I do have white somewhere here. To the grayish part here. And to the turquoise, to the teal here. It's a teal, it's, well, for me it's turquoise teal. I never know which one it is which. Now I have sort of a lilac. Let's add some dots with the lilac. And the white makes it also more opaque. Just playing. It seems I pick up something from this palette because I have a yellowish thing, and I don't remember, maybe I have used wash here. So I better change that up. Just playing with shapes. Now I want some really dark turquoise. Let's see how dark I can get, and it is still turquoise. So what I do that for? Well, it is a little bit of an exercise in mixing your own colors. Just gives you a better understanding how color works. So I have a really dark gray now. Of course you can buy all the colors, but sometimes it is fun to mix and match your colors. I think that's it for the acrylic paint. I'm gonna use this paint in an art journal. I do have like pages where I just slap on paint, so don't worry about wasting. But I'm gonna try that again, and then I'm gonna go in with my mark making thingies like Posca pen, graphite pencil, standard 2B, and maybe or maybe not the Stabilo oil. But first I have to dry. Okay, I'm going to start with the pencil. No rhyme, no reason why I'm doing that. I just like the look of it, so that's why I'm doing it. I didn't go in here with the Stabilo, but the leftovers on the brush gives me enough to add a little bit of something something. And as I said, no rhyme, no reason, I just like the look of it. I think that's it for this page, but I want to work on this one a little bit more, and I'm still debating with myself, but I think I'm gonna go for, if he agrees to play with me. Maybe at the end. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, here we are with another art journal page in my homemade art journal from leftover pieces. The pages aren't the same sizes. It is Cricut. I can see that clearly. I don't care. It is an art journal to experiment because it was things I had already laying around, so I'm not too precious with it. I'm just trying out things. This time I did try out with just like 3 colors, and 2 of them are basically the same hue, and see what I can come up with. I also did mark making and added splashes, just had fun with it, and I think that's the whole thing for art journal. Try out things, don't be too precious. I know it's hard in the beginning. I don't underestimate that. It is sometimes hard. But playing just opens up to new ideas. That's what I like about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a nice comment, share on whatever social media you are on. That's really appreciated. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.